everybody, long time no see. It's positive benzo withdrawal, and I'm back to make a video. As of a couple of days ago, I have now officially been off of clonazepam for 10 weeks. So it's roughly 2 months and change. And I just wanted to share with you how I'm doing, what's been going on during this time, and just kind of open up my channel again. So I shut my channel down for a little while. When I got off clonazepam, I needed to take a break. And I took a break for 2 months, and I got off all the benzo groups that I was on. I went on Benzo Buddies a couple of times just to like check in, because I started a 0.125 and under klonopin club, and I just like to like check in with those people every now and then. But I didn't really do a whole heck of a lot on Benzo Buddies, and I was off all the Facebook groups, and I just really needed a break. And so I took my channel down as part of that break. And for the first couple weeks, it was pretty hard. I was still experiencing pretty much the same level of waves that I had been experiencing for like a lot of my taper. So there might have been a little bit of increase in symptoms, but it was, I'm still using all my coping skills, still in the waves, still doing the same thing. And then I hit a really good spot, and I had a really nice window for a little bit, like a good window, like probably the most beautiful window I've had in definitely like a year and a half. Just amazing. Like part of that window was feeling like I could like feel again, like emotions, feeling my body, like my derealization went away. I've been dealing with hardcore derealization for so long, and that finally went away, like lifted, and I could see again. I remember when I first started to see things in like 3D, because I had only seen in like 2D for so long, like everything looked flat. And then I started to see like, wow, multidimensional reality. Just feeling like joy and pleasure. And then I got really into working out. So hitting the gym. So I kind of like ramped up my exercise. Like at the end of my taper, I started dancing a little bit, and like I was able to hike, and that was amazing. And then I like took a class at the Y, and I was like successful at it. It wasn't too bad. My exercise intolerance didn't hit me. And so before you know it, I'm in this window, and I'm going to the gym like every single day, and not just like, Pilates and yoga, although I was doing that, but like hardcore, like body blast, like weights, and I just hit it really, really hard. And so I have hit a wave. And I wasn't expecting this. I thought, like we all do when we're in windows, I thought I was healed. I thought it was done. I mean, there was a little voice in the back of my head like, not to believe it, because, so many people have said that they get a setback. And so I would say like the first 2 weeks were hard. Then I started getting better. And then month 1 to 2, or 1 to like 1.5 were really, really good. And then around like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started getting some waves and some really bad, maybe like 3 weeks ago, bad GI symptoms, like awful, awful gut issues. And that wasn't like, it was bad, but it wasn't like a full on wave. It was just like, oh, this is really annoying, and I can't eat anything. And I'm like trying to do keto, but then I'm like, maybe I should add in carbs. And it was just really kind of freaking me out. I experimented with adding dairy, and I had to cut dairy out again. Like my body does not like dairy right now. So I'm like going to the gym. I'm like pushing through my like warning signals, and I'm like, I gotta go. I'm gonna work through this. And this is my personality. And it was like trying to come back and trying to be all that and everything. And then I like a few days ago, the waves started getting worse. And then 2 days ago got really, really bad. And yesterday and today, yesterday was it got better in the afternoon. Today, this morning was a horrific wave. Like the worst one I've had in months. I mean, it felt like an acute wave. I mean, just coming on strong, like the whole wave, which to me feels like being on like a psychedelic or something. Like it's just coming on and you can't make it stop. And I was able to actually, I was in this like women's circle. It's like this dance circle, and I was able to stay and I talked about it and I did some art and we did some movement, and I was, feeling awful the whole entire time. And somehow I was like able to be there amongst all these other women who were actually, none of them were in withdrawal, but they were all going through a lot, like in their lives, like whether it was death of a loved one or caring for a sick person or just internal, pain that they were having, depression, things like that. So I didn't feel like I was totally alone, which was great. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be experiencing withdrawal for you to get that collective sense of like we're all in pain and we're all like persevering through the pain. So that felt good. But I've had to cancel work. I've not, I'm having to ramp back down on my bit. I was like with my business, I'm like ramping back down. I'm supposed to go out of town next weekend, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to go out of town. Like I'm realizing that in the beginning, after getting off, I was like, I'm going to give myself 6 months. And I'm just going to be chill for 6 months. Like, I'm not going to do anything cray. Nah, it didn't happen. I got a little crazy. I got a little into my fitness routine. And I'm sort of addicted to exercise. And so even though my body was giving me warning signals, I just couldn't hear them. So my bad. So here I am. I probably look okay and sound okay. I'm having like a little window in the wave. I was having like waves in the waves, and I'm having a tiny window in the wave. But I'm still feeling like I have the flu, like benzo flu. That's basically the way I feel right now, like nauseous and dizzy, really, really nauseous and dizzy, and I can't eat a whole heck of a lot, and like my throat, and I just feel like I have the flu. If you've had benzo flu, you know what I'm talking about. So seeing that this is my channel, Positive Benzo Withdrawal, and I haven't been on here for a long time, the positive thing I can say is that even though this is so bad right now, and it's like this morning I was like, I'm back in acute, just awful. I'm off the drug, and that is really, really good. Like I'm off, and I don't have to take pharmaceuticals ever again, and it doesn't make the symptoms any like less intense, but there's something about that feels like I can move forward, and like healing is happening, and my brain is healing. I know it is. I know there's things like I don't have derealization right now. I had a little bit of it today, but that was a constant, never-ending thing that has gone away. I don't know what's to come. I mean, there's the scary stories out there that say, it just gets worse. Month 2 is worse than month 3 is worse than month 4. You hear so much. Everybody has such a different story. I don't know what my story is going to be. But I thought today I would go ahead and make a video and put it in the archives and publish my videos again. And I'm open and I'm ready to start connecting with people in the benzo community. I guess my one thing is like if you're having massive stuff to like edit your words or just trigger alert, you know what I mean? Like let's do trigger alert just because people read your stuff and I read it, and let's talk about healing and health and positivity. So shout out to everybody I haven't seen in a while. It's good to see you. Please comment, say hello, and I hope you all are doing great, and much love and blessings to all of you.